and welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted again in a while, but today I'm gonna be doing kind of like a day in the vlog of what it's like being a case manager slash RN admissions nurse. And the plan for today is I'm going to see 3 of my patients that are my patients, and then I might have an admission for today with a new patient, but we will see how that goes. My hours are from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then I have a lunch from 2 to 3 that I always have and take. Oh, my phone's ringing.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, bye.
Bye.
You get calls all the time. So then usually when I wake up, I check my phone to see if I have any texts, if I have any calls or anything. That's what I do, check my phone. This entire week has been so busy, and it's been, I don't know what to say. It's just been crazy. But I'll take you guys along with me today, and we'll see how today goes. Hello, and we're in my car. So, I had to stop by CVS real quick to get something before I had to see my patients. So today I have 3 of my own patients that I'm gonna be seeing. And then after that I'm gonna see if I have an admission for today. And then I also have to catch up on my charting from yesterday's admission. So like every single day this week I've almost had an admission, which is crazy because I never really have that many admissions every single day. So we are going to go and see, and then we'll play some music. And most of my patients that I see that are assigned to me are not that far. They're at least 20-25 minutes away, so they're not that far. Alright, we'll head on to our first patient, guys. I ended up stopping by this donut shop on the way. Oh. And I got a cream cheese croissant because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to eat, because like there's so many things that could happen. And I don't normally eat in the morning because I feel like I have to have a very long time to eat, and I'm someone that just like doesn't have enough time to eat in the morning because I'd rather sleep in or like use that extra time to just go to sleep and like sleep in than just like wake up early, make myself breakfast and do all this stuff. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. But on the way to the next patient. Okay, so I saw my 3 patients, and obviously I can't record them because of HIPAA, but these are my normal patients. So what I normally do is when I go in to see my patients, I check in because 2 of my patients are in a boarding care and one of them lives at home, and so it's different. It's like a totally different dynamic. So when I go into the boarding cares, I always have to check in. I have to check my temperature, I have to wash my hands, I have to sign in the sign-in sheet and fill out all this paperwork and answer like COVID questions, and then I see my patients. And when I see my patients, I check their vital signs, see how they're doing. I only visit them once a week, and as needed if anything happens throughout the week. For example, if they fall and they have an injury, if they're having shortness of breath, if they're having any type of changing condition, then I would see them again more than once a week if that is needed. After I get their vitals and everything, I just assess them, assess how they're doing depending on what their diagnosis is. For example, if they have dementia, I'll ask them questions, I'll do a neuro check, and then if they have like COPD, I'll do more of a respiratory focused exam. So depending on like how they're doing, I would walk with my patients, I would get them up, see how they're walking, seeing how they're doing, seeing if there's any changes. Because what we like to see and what we're supposed to see every single week is we're supposed to see them declining. Not every single week, but like gradually declining. So that is what I do. After I do that, I check on their medications. I see if they need any medication refills, and I send those over to the pharmacy. And then after I send in those medication refills, I would go ahead and check in our binder. We have a binder that we would log into. We would write all our vitals, like a little quick note, and then just log in, sign in our name. If there's any problems that we encounter, for example, a lot of the times we encounter patients who are having pain or having discomfort or something, or if we notice that they're having an infection, if we go in and the caregiver tells you, hey, their urine is abnormal, they might have a UTI, it smelled, or there's a weird color, then we'll start them on antibiotics. I'd usually text the doctor and then get an order. Once I get an order, then I'll go ahead and let the pharmacy know so that they can send out the medications. So for the medications, I email the pharmacy, and the pharmacy delivers the medications to that patient that same day. So right now I'm waiting to see if I'm gonna go do an admission on a patient to see if they would like to go with hospice. And the other thing that I'm waiting for to see is if I'm gonna go ahead and train to do auditing. We'll see what will happen. It is, what time is it? It's 12 p.m. So we'll see how the day goes. So I decided I'm gonna go grocery shopping right now because I'm waiting for my coworker to let me know if I'm gonna be admitting a patient, and then don't believe I'll be auditing today because the person who's supposed to train me isn't in the office yet, or I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up going Friday, so I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I haven't gone grocery shopping in a while, so let's see what Trader Joe's has. Okay, I'm back in my car again. I don't know if you guys, I was trying really hard to try to record in there, but it was not good. Oh, I'm getting a call. Well, now I found out I have to drive all the way to Downey. Let's see how far it is from me. 50 minutes. 50-minute drive. I literally just realized that everything I'm recording is in my car because I literally work from my car. Anyways, I'm by the place where I'm supposed to be, but I was dying driving. I was literally so tired. Oh. I got coffee because I haven't had coffee. I bought a little Starbucks Frappuccino. Put this down. I got a Starbucks Frappuccino, and I had to get some food because I'm like, honestly, if I have to go see this patient, I don't know how long I'm gonna be there for. I haven't eaten. So I always stop by for a quick snack from 7-Eleven, and they have these buffalo rollers and this little taquito. It's so good and easy to eat while driving. So yeah, it's not healthy, but it's better than not eating. And these are the buffalo rollers. So good. All I had today was that croissant. So some days when I'm so busy like this, I barely have time to eat. But these days are don't happen often. Not gonna lie. I'm over to my patient's house and see. Alright, and I'm back in my car, and it is 3:05. Today is a very busy day. I'm gonna just record when I get back home in an hour. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm finally back home. Took the boys out to go pee. Oh, what time is it? It is 4:26. 4:26. Well, that was quick, but okay. So this morning, I didn't really talk about it because it was just something that I was still kind of processing. But usually, every morning, I check my work phone. So I have a separate work phone that I have that I'll check to see any on-calls, any calls from last night or through the night that the night team goes to see. I check to see if I have any text messages, any phone calls, any emails, or anything like that. And usually I check my phone to get updates on patients, especially patients who are about to pass. Sorry, my dogs are like going a little crazy. I actually saw a patient, usually like I answered a as needed call yesterday, and usually like I have these gut feelings that I'm like, this patient is gonna pass, and that's happened to me twice now. But I usually like have these gut feelings that when I see a patient, I've been getting these weird feelings that I'm like, I have a feeling that this patient is gonna die, you know, like in the next week or so, like it's very soon. And it's been happening a lot. And it's like usually I'm just kind of like, oh, maybe that'll happen, but then like when it actually happens, I go like, whoa, like I had that gut feeling. And it's such a weird feeling to have. And there's just some things that you start to notice in people that you're like, oh, this patient might be passing soon. And it's been happening a lot. And I actually ended up seeing this patient yesterday for like a crisis call, or kind of like something was happening, an acute symptom. And this morning, you know, the nurse came in and just found the patient passed. And so that's crazy to me. That normally doesn't happen. There was a lot of things going on, but things like that can happen. And you just literally, if you're in hospice, like I knew hospice was dealing with death and dying, but it's literally so common. Like literally every single week we have about 2-3 patients dying. And I'm used to it. I'm used to dealing a lot with death and dying, but it's like the more that I learn, the more that I experience like people dying, and the more I experience them like dying suddenly, it's like crazy to me. And when a patient's on hospice, you get a nurse to come in once a week, you get a bath aide to come twice a week, you have a social worker to help, you have a chaplain to help. There's so much support. And the biggest thing is that we're not just helping the patient, we're helping families. We're helping families grieve appropriately, helping them cope, helping them with the transition of their family member to pass on with dignity, you know? And not a lot of people know that they have the right to hospice and the benefit, because it is all from Medicare. If you're 65 years old and older, you have the benefit of hospice. So if there's anyone that you know, anyone that you see that, you know, has a prognosis that means that they'll live on, you know, if they are on the track of this disease and it continues to decline the way that they're declining, they should be put on hospice. You know, if you see these patients in the hospital and they're elderly patients, and you're like, if this patient goes home and they stay bedridden, they stay like this, they're not eating as much, you know, refer them out to hospice. And I feel like we have to kind of spread that word about what hospice is to a lot of healthcare providers and those in our community, because if they don't know that this patient could be a hospice patient, they're sending them home to what kind of care, you know what I mean? Because I've admitted some patients in the hospital and the nurse goes, oh, I don't think this patient is gonna die soon. And hospice isn't about the patient dying in a day or two, it's about them dying within the next 6 months. That's what qualifies a person to go on to hospice. And then that patient ended up actually dying like that weekend. Like I admitted that I would admit a patient on a weekday, and the weekend they pass. And then, you know, nurses are telling me they don't think that the patient is going to pass anytime soon, and they do. So it's crazy to me. And things like that happen. So this whole entire day has been a very busy day. This isn't how it is every single day, but dude, this week has been crazy. Like, I've never been this busy, and I'm just kind of like, what is going on? Like, there's so many things going on. But knock on wood, it gets a little better. So tomorrow I'm seeing 3 patients. I'm helping out one of my coworkers because my coworker needed help. You can add them onto my schedule, and then I'm gonna admit another patient for tomorrow. Alright, I changed into comfy clothes, and now it is time to chart. So I have 3 patients to chart on from this morning, and then I have to complete my admission charting from yesterday. So actually what I do is when I'm in with my patient, I write down all their vital signs and everything on my work phone, so I keep it on my phone. I usually don't like writing it down because it's kind of like double work, and what if I lose my paper and my notebook, whatever I decide to bring. So I'm gonna chart on that. Each patient takes me about 10 minutes to 10 to 20 minutes to chart on each patient. And then once I chart on that, I'm gonna do my admission notes. And my admission notes and everything, I have to chart on like 6 different forms, and that usually takes me about, I'd say, a good hour, the most, because I've been used to like charting for all of it. So that is what I'm going to do, and then after that I'm basically done. So I should be done maybe 6 o'clock the latest, or 7ish, so when I'm supposed to clock out. So that is what I'm gonna do. After that I'm done, probably gonna get a workout in, eat some dinner, and then get ready for the next day. And that's how it is on a very busy day as a hospice case manager / RN admissions nurse. I hope you guys like these kinds of videos because it kind of gives you guys a different perspective of nursing. Out in the field, public health nursing is what you might say it is. It basically is. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. I can't even talk. Thank you guys for watching.